Hello, everybody. This is Hasnain from Alibaba Cloud Services. And as you're aware that Alibaba is, you're very well aware that Alibaba is in the retail and e-commerce business for a pretty decent amount of time. And it happens to be the DNA of Alibaba core business framework. But with the e-commerce and the e-commerce of this day and age comes intelligence and AI, because without that bit of that piece of work, you really cannot do the kind of or meet the demands of your AI business that you need to have, or the kind of business that you need to run today, the kind of frameworks that you need to implement. So Alibaba, in a true sense, happens to be a customer of its own technology as well. We were, as we go along, I'll tell you, we were using some of the tier one solutions as our underlying framework or underlying platforms. And ultimately, we had to replace them because they could not meet the scale and elasticity required by Alibaba to in certain businesses. So just in a nutshell, if you look at this the slide that I want to show you here on top, you see, let me just have some pointers for you here. So these are some of the Alibaba e-commerce businesses that exist globally and within China and Asia Pacific in the region. But everything happens to run on our cloud engines, our own cloud platforms, our own big data, AI, and machine learning platforms, which are actually meeting the scale and elasticity required to run those businesses. And to unify all the data that is running on these platforms, we have a service called DataWorks. So what DataWorks does is it provides you enterprise level of development and governance platform that can feed into all our applications and all our online e-commerce businesses. So it's not something that's new to us. It is something that we cherish in terms of the capacity, capability, elasticity, scalability that we enjoy for our own businesses. And that's the purpose of sharing this with you as well. Now, in terms of retail, what has happened? User behaviors, the trends, the marketing events, the flow of information, everything has kind of changed the way business is run, especially the e-commerce business is run. And it is extremely important that we take full advantage of AI in terms of growing our AI business as well. Now, what happens is sitting on top of a big data platform, in particular Alibaba Cloud big data platform, you see some of the verticals that I've chosen for you are analytics, or we call it customer growth analytics platform, or it's also called in industry, the term used is CDP, customer data platform. You've got an engine called personalization and recommendations, where you should be able to recommend certain products towards your customer, towards your targeted market space, where you see how where you analyze the previous behaviors, online or e-commerce related behaviors of your customers, and from there you make certain recommendations to them based on their choices. Supply chain optimization is extremely important. The reason why I say supply chain, because a lot of e-commerce businesses are not in the position to predict their stocks or replenish their shelves, for example, if they have a physical store, or predict the kind of behavior they might expect running over a particular sales season or a shopping festival. Similarly, where businesses require online physical delivery of parcels, packets, packages, you need a very smart dispatch system or a vehicle routing planning system or a management system. eKYC today for online purchases is playing a pivotal role in identifying the right customer, avoiding frauds, spoofing. So this is another solution that takes a very key position in this particular solution. And image search, now everything is based on searches. So what it ultimately helps you is it gives you the stickiness towards your customer. So smart operations leads you towards traffic growth on your online businesses. Similarly, personalization gives you conversion growth from somebody who's just there to look at a product portfolio, goes on to buy a service. Digital services, the more digitized your services, it gives you the stickiness towards your end customer. So ultimately, this all of this leads towards the kind of advocacy you require from your customer. We've got services and solutions across the board. We've got various customers, and what better example than Alibaba being its own customer? So Alibaba has been using services from different vendors and suppliers and tier one vendors without naming anybody. Our databases, big data engine, our infrastructure platform was initially hosted and powered by other third-party suppliers, but they could not meet. So we actually had to develop our own cloud services in order to meet the requirements of our business. Going forward, if you look at some of the high performance big data platform analytics platforms that we provide today, start with our serverless capability, which actually takes or plays a pivotal role in our data warehousing solution. Similarly, machine learning on cloud. This is where we give you the ability to develop your own APIs, develop your own within the studio that we provide through drag and drop methodology. You come up with your own use cases, implement, and it is all AI aided services. Hadoop on cloud, Elastic Stack on cloud, and ultimately everything leads you towards OLAP services with the kind of scale and performance that is unbeatable and unmatchable in terms of comparison to any of our compatriots or competitions in the market. Now, one of the most, when we talk about retail business, guys, one of the most thing is how do you personalize those services? How do you target certain segments of the society, certain segments of your customer base? This is where a lot of information needs to go into your analytical system, and then based on that system, you should be able to make certain kind of recommendations. So AI Rec is a service that we offer to our customers in conjunction with our big data offering, through which you can make targeted, precise marketing campaigns. You can run the kind of campaigns that are better suited towards your customer base. You can make a recommendation towards your customer for buying a particular product that he might have shown interest in some time back. So this is more towards tagging more value towards your customer. You get to profile your customer better, because customer profiling in the retail business is of utmost importance. It's taken a central position at the stage. Customer profiling, the more you know about your customer, the better it is for your business. So every business is data and every data is business now. Let's put it that way. You can promote certain campaigns, products. Now you're running a campaign on watches, and you know how many customers, for example, in the last 1 month or 2 months on your portal or on your website came and searched for watches. So you get to notify them that you are running a campaign or a particular kind of event for watches only. So there are many ways in which you can use this AI recommendation engine, and it is all based on towards targeting your end customer in a very structured way, and ultimately this helps your businesses grow, boost your sales, and increase your customer advocacy. Now we've all talked about the online or offline direct operation that is impacting your retail business, but how about supply chain? Now supply chain, for me, if you ask me, there are 3 or 4 common pain points for any retail business. Let's put it that way. Are you in a position to forecast your demand? Can you anticipate the need of inventory? Point number 1. Yes, no. If you can do it, yes, you're a super organization. If not, then you're one of them who's actually struggling. A warehouse management. Can you manage your physical space in warehouse? Can you manage your shortages and excess, stockpiling, all those kind of elements? Transparency in shipment, dispatching. There are certain SLAs, KPIs you're supposed to meet when it comes to dispatching the last mile services. So it's all about managing all these shortcomings across the user or the customer journey. So who are your customer? What user journeys are we referring to? You've got consumers, you've got stores, inventory, logistics, your vendors. So the whole life cycle across all these verticals, across these user journeys, actually help you demand an intelligent supply chain management. So we've actually got solutions to help you meet the requirements of your backend operation that can actually ultimately help you save cost, offer better user experience towards your consumer base, as well as manage the performance of your staff and optimize your dispatching surveys, warehouse management, replenishment of stocks within your store, manage excessive orders, or if you're short on orders. So it's across the board that you can, this kind of experience that you can offer towards your customer. Okay, biometric identity. We all know that user behaviors have changed towards online businesses. We are experiencing some fraudulent activities. We are offering some kiosk-based services where you should be in a position to buy or perform an action through offering some kind of gesture. So this is eKYC is one of the flagship products that we use, we promote, and we urge our e-commerce businesses to consider as well. And it's also kind of tags into one very other interesting space, which is called fintech. Now, retail business is very closely tied to the fintech business as well. Now, for instance, it not only provides you intelligent facial recognition system, it provides you OCR capabilities, spoofing detection. It can work in all kinds of environments like outdoor, indoor, in dark modes, in areas where there's not enough sunlight or lighting arranged. This system has the ability to actually capture the picture, analyze it, run certain algorithms, and make a prediction and make a recommendation. So one very interesting feature that we ourselves use in our offices is the smile feature. You've got a kiosk, you've got a vending machine, you want to buy something off, okay, you tap your device, and just by smiling, just one showing your gesture, you're able to pay for a certain product that you want to buy. So that's more of an offline POS/kiosk kind of business. But it's one very interesting and a light use case that I'm sharing with you on this one. Similarly, vehicle route planning, it's something that more to do with your last mile operation, but smart VRP is now playing a crucial role in optimizing your operational costs when it comes to improving courier and retention rates. So we actually run these services on our own map service, our own map solution, which is 90% lower in terms of prices compared to any other competitor available in the market. And for running, just out of interest for you guys, for running this logistics business, Alibaba, the kind of scale that we offer, we have a company called China. And the entire logistics are managed through that particular company. And vehicle routing is one of the key components of our smart dispatching solution. So with this, what you can do is you can actually improve the performance of your vehicle, your driver, the route planning, time towards delivering a package towards your customer. You can configure it according to your needs. You can choose the path that is most suitable. You can choose a rider that is closest to you, the rider who has the best scoring, for instance. So there are variable use cases that you can actually consider through VRP only. So we have multiple use cases we can show. And if you have any particular questions or use cases, we can discuss it afterwards. Just a quick time check on my side. Okay, image search. This has taken a central stage in terms of searching for any product, any service online today in the kind of business we run, online retail, the kind of operations that we run. And there are different algorithms or different techniques used for image search technology. Today, where we are is feature-based method. Now, for example, you let the system learn and develop accuracy by taking significant information from the raw data. You denoise that data, you reduce the information to the kind of level where you're in a position to predict or project or share a product. You optimize the memory and you train the system accordingly. For example, if you look at the first image as an example, we see that there's a dress, a red dress. What it does is ultimately it scales down the image to a level where you are in a position to just promote or show customer the kind of dress she's wearing, similar dress as the one that this lady is wearing here. If you look at the last picture, what has she got? She's got a handbag, a dress, or a shoe. The algorithms will run where you get to see all products similar to those shoes, those dress, the shades that she's wearing. So there are different ways in which you can optimize your search. And ultimately, why are we doing all this? One, to offer a better user experience to your customers. Two, to increase sales in an online business mode for you and your businesses as well. So image search is again a very, very useful tool, which is AI and machine learning aided. In fact, every use case, every solution I've shared with you right now has some element of AI and machine learning built in it, and it's making full use of it. Last but not the least, AI, machine learning, chatbots, image research, machine recommendation or precise marketing, AI recommendation, everything ultimately sits on big data, the information that comes from your platform. And we've got a variety of customers from across the globe that have taken benefit from our solution, that have actually worked in partnership with us, and we've offered them certain solutions and services just to boost their businesses. For example, if you look at Tokopedia, they've been using our AI-based image services with an end-to-end big data solution. It has enhanced their business performances and their sales. Iconic, they use our image search. Shiseido, they are on marketing optimization. Costa, they've been using our NLP AI ordering services. Similarly, for so many delivery services, we've been using route planning services in order to help their last mile experience. So with this, I come to an end, and I hope I was able to finish within the 20 minutes allocated to me. And if you have any questions, I'm open to you guys. Thank you very much.